Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Beyond Second Cognition. I'm Beall. The topic of this discussion is the good and the just. I'm going to ask your forbearance while I read a few passages from Nietzsche's Thus Spoke Zarathustra, because they're relevant, and I will have some of my own words after I read these passages. He who has grown wise concerning old origins, behold, he will at last seek after the fountains of the future and new origins. O my brothers, not long will it be until new people shall arise and new fountains shall rush down into the depths. For the earthquake, it chokes up many wells, it causes much languishing, but it brings also to light inner powers and secrets. The earthquake discloses new fountains. In the earthquake of old peoples, new fountains burst forth. And whoever calls out, behold, here is a well for many thirsty ones, one heart for many longing ones, one will for many instruments. Around him collects a people, that is to say, many attempting ones. Who can command? Who must obey? That is there attempted. Ah, with what long seeking and solving and failing and learning and re-attempting. Human society is an attempt, so I teach a long seeking. It seeks, however, the ruler. An attempt, my brothers, and no contract. Destroy, I pray you, destroy that word of the soft-hearted and the half and half. O my brothers, with whom lies the greatest danger to the whole human future? Is it not with the good and the just? As those who say and feel in their hearts, we already know what is good and just. We possess it also. Woe to those who seek thereafter. And whatever harm the wicked may do, the harm of the good is the most harmful harm. And whatever harm the world maligners may do, the harm of the good is the most harmful harm. O my brothers, into the hearts of the good and just looked someone once upon a time who said, they are the Pharisees. But people did not understand him. The good and the just themselves were not free to understand him. Their spirit was imprisoned in their good conscience. The stupidity of the good is unfathomably wise. It is truth, however, that the good must be Pharisees. They have no choice. The good must crucify him who devises his own virtue. That is the truth. The second one, however, who discovered their country, the country, heart, and soul of the good and just, it was he who asked, whom do they hate most? The Creator hate they most, him who breaks the tables and old values, the breaker, him they call the lawbreaker. For the good, they cannot create, they are always the beginning of the end. They crucify him who writes new values on new tables. They sacrifice to themselves the future. They crucify the whole human future. The good, they have always been the beginning of the end. With the last videos that I have shared and uploaded, ladies and gentlemen, about the tyranny hidden behind the good, the love and the light and the morally just, the tyranny of power stealing masquerading itself behind the goodness of religion and the goodness of false compassion and the goodness of unity called collectivist herd mentality. This is what Nietzsche's writing against. It's what he's writing about. He's saying if you want to have that new future, that new horizon, then you have to see the good for the harm that it does. Nietzsche continues, O my brothers, have you also understood this word and what I once said of the last man, with whom lies the greatest danger to the whole human future? Is it not with the good and just? Break up, I pray you, the good and just. O my brothers, have you understood also this word? You flee from me? Are you frightened? You tremble at this word? O my brothers, when I enjoined you to break up the good and the tables of the good, then only did I embark man on his high seas. And now only comes to him the great terror, the great outlook, the great sickness, the great nausea, the great seasickness. False shores and false securities did the good teach you. In the lies of the good were you born and bred. Everything has been radically contorted and distorted by the good. But he who discovered the country of man discovered also the country of man's future. Now shall you be sailors for me, brave, patient. Keep yourselves up betimes, my brothers. Learn to keep yourselves up. The sea storms. Many seek to raise themselves again by you. The sea storms. All is in the sea. Well, cheer up, the old seaman hearts. What a fatherland! There strives our helm where our children's land is. In that direction, stormier than seas, storms our great longing. This is the path you have taken to create a new reality for humanity to follow. You have to see through the lies and the illusions. You have to transcend the false good and the false just, and you have to become your own individual person in a world of individuals who do not trespass, who do not rape each other for a dime, and who do not seek control over others through herd collectivist mindset and manipulation. Become one of us. Become part of the herd. Relinquish who you are as an individual. Become part of the herd. Become the faceless, nameless number. Because that is where the value of the good and the just is. Come join our clans. Come join our tribe. Become nothing. Become a number. Become a jot in somebody's goddamn accounting book. To step into creating a new reality, you have to step into that stormy sea despite the winds and the assailing of the good and the just, who will tell you how wrong you are and how evil you are for challenging their false ideologies. This is what you're here to do, folks. We're the heretics. We're the challengers of the old reality and the old tables. We're here to upset the old tables, just like Emmanuel upset the money changers' tables in the temples. It's a fallacy. It's a lie. It's all about control. It's all about being part of a herd. And your individuality counts for nothing. I wanted to share these thoughts with you because I felt that they were valuable. So for those of you doing the work, stay the course and don't give up on yourselves.